Pacha with the weekly Pele Report for January 8th of 2025. Woohoo! We made it. We made it. The moon is now in Taurus, and she is moving along. By tomorrow, Thursday, she's going to be in Gemini, and moving through. Obviously, she'll hit Jupiter, and then by Saturday, go into Cancer. And the big thing that I want to be bringing in a little bit with you today is that she will be conjunct Mars for the full moon. So the full moon is conjunct Mars in Cancer. As you can see from the chart at the beginning of the report, first you can always see where I am from that chart. I'm in Lima, Peru. Made it down here earlier this week, heading out to the jungle on Friday. So I'm actually going to be doing 2 weeks of a Pele Report today. So there's a lot of aspects. And I want to bring in that full moon because I do want to read that Sabian symbol for the 24th degree of Cancer. Yeah. And after that, she'll move on. Following that, next week, she will be moving all the way into a third quarter square moon at 2 degrees 3 minutes of Scorpio. So we can see she's swinging all the way now from Taurus over to Scorpio in these next couple of weeks. Look at these cliffs. Oh yeah. I'm not going to see the ocean for a while. I'm going to the Amazon River. It's nice to get a breath of fresh air. Watch those birds. So many aspects. Mercury goes into Capricorn today. The Sun squares Chiron from Capricorn over to Aries today. And then by Monday goes into a trine with Uranus. And then by next Wednesday, Sun comes into this opposition with Mars for the full moon. Sextile Uranus, trine Neptune. Mark your calendar for next Monday. That full moon is going to be very, very powerful. Okay? And then, the next time I talk to you, the Sun will be in Aquarius. A week from Monday. He goes into Aquarius and conjuncts Pluto. Kabalooey. Yeah, baby. Everything is moving on. It's a powerful mantra. It's a powerful time of change and transition, of letting go of the old, bringing in the new. Yeah, I got lots to talk about, but it's all based on these planetary positions. Let's look at Venus. Yeah, Venus is coming around now in Pisces. She will actually, before I talk to you next, conjunct Saturn a week from Saturday. But before that, next Tuesday, she squares Jupiter. So she's coming around, to join with Saturn and Neptune and what else? The moon's north node. Ladies and gentlemen, moms and dads, boys and girls, this is it. The north node of the moon. Rahu, the path of evolutionary intention and destiny. Changing signs from fiery Aries, where it's been for a year and a half, moving into Pisces, the sign of spirit, dreams and potential. That happens on Saturday, January 11th, another day to mark on your calendar. So, and from that time onward, that north node is going to be conjunct Neptune, because Neptune is only a couple of degrees away, and we're really moving into, and maybe some of you are already feeling it, there's going to be a Venus, Saturn, Neptune, North Node conjunction just in time for my workshop surrendering to love. I want to see what's on the other side of these rocks. It's a very interesting city. Mixture of old and new, and rich and poor, and safe and not safe, and garbage and not garbage. Here's a little private beach. I think I'm going to sit right down here, and I may do a little ceremony here also on these rocks. All right, you guys, I think that's enough. I mean, Mercury is in conjunct Jupiter a week from Thursday. Yeah, this Mars in Cancer, going retrograde, of course, is trine to Neptune. So it's very beautiful. And when Venus comes around there, there's going to be a Mars-Venus trine. So things are coming. Things are changing. And we can find the beauty in it all. All right, let me look at the camera and explain that a little bit. All right, everybody. Woo-hoo-hoo. Pura vida. ¿Cómo está? Ay, ay, ay. Let's just do this thing. I'm a little nervous because the Uber driver kind of warned me that this is a lonely place, not so many people, and it's not so secure. And there's kind of a shanty town back up there. A couple of guys on the rocks. Not feeling super safe. And there's times in life when you're vulnerable. And it's very proper and fitting. I mean, this is like so proper and fitting for the mantra for today, for the Pisces in general. Pisces is the paradox. Pisces is the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. Everything from mystical nirvana to drug addiction and suicide. I mean, it is the culmination of the entire cycle of the zodiac, the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. I mean, this is where it all starts and where it all falls apart and all finishes, closes, and completes. So there's a lot of letting go involved. So when we have Venus, Saturn, Neptune, and now, you know, coming up here, the north node of the moon is going to be in Pisces for a year and a half. And yeah, it's not really safe. You know, life is not really safe. There's danger. And the paradox of it is that then again, everything is perfect, and even what is dangerous, okay, is part of a greater soul spirit plan for our growth and evolution. And that's why in today's mantra, I talk about pain. Yeah, you know, and it's something that, you know, it's kind of a taboo. People don't like to talk about pain so much. You know, we are all wounded. Life is wounding. We are, you know, we all have Chiron somewhere. The sun is square Chiron right now. So this is a time of bringing some light to our wounds. And what are these wounds? I mean, it's a wound when, you know, you hear of a child being molested. It hurts, right? You know, when a friend of yours dies of cancer or some chronic disease, or, you know, becomes an invalid, there, you know, we are wounded. Our hearts, you know, are filled with grief when we hear the news, but even when it's closer to home, and sometimes it's even our own bodies, our own families, our own children, that we are struck with some illness or disease. Pisces rules hospitals, institutions, prisons, places of seclusion and isolation. And this is a part of our human experience where it is about, and that's the title of, my workshop here, surrender. Surrender to life. Maybe love is life. Life is love. And love comes in very many disguises. And love can hurt. I was actually even thinking of, I think there's a song for that, but I didn't really want to make it this week's song, Love Hurts. We don't want to go too far down this hole, okay, of really looking at our wounds, of looking at our grief, of looking at our sorrow, accepting our situation, our vulnerability. It's kind of the end of innocence. It's the end of, like I came out here expecting, I'm safe. Spirit is with me. I'll put a shield around me and, but come on, I've had enough experience in my life where I have been through a few experiences that have been extremely difficult, violent, crude, rude, not good. So the paradox is also that, there is no such thing as good and evil. In the quantum field, in multidimensional reality, in the realms of spirit that are beyond time and space, and beyond life and death, because it's just consciousness. However, when we incarnate as soul beings, our soul consciousness takes on ego consciousness, takes on earthly consciousness, and then we come into evolving through polarity. And there is good and evil. So everybody's right. The innocent Pisces, Neptunian people can walk around and go, it's all good. It's all good. And, the Capricorns and Scorpios can walk around and go, you know what? There's a lot of bad. There's a lot of wrong. And they're right too. So, let's not get caught up in one particular stance. But this is also part of Pisces, is this acceptance of all that is and not holding to our illusions. Not holding to an innocent or naive approach that everything is going to be okay. And then when it's not okay, what do we want? We want to escape, avoid, deny, numb out. Have a drink, have a smoke, take something to alleviate the pain, alleviate the sorrow, alleviate the grief. We want to run away from our pain and from our wound. But the mantra today is like, and Chiron. This is where this Chiron medicine comes in. I want to do a little, medicine with you. I want to do a little ceremony with you that I'll post next week. Yes, that, these are times where, during transition, rites of passage. We could make this a rite of passage, January 11th. It's only every 18.6 years that these moon's nodes begin a whole new cycle. And so this rite of passage, this going into the wound, this is how the wound becomes the medicine. The medicine man, the medicine woman goes down like Chiron did. Chiron gave up his immortality. He was immortal. His father was Saturn. He was a demigod, So he was immortal. He never had to die. But like our ego, he was wounded, and the pain was more than he could stand, more than he could tolerate. He became the father of homeopathy. He looked at every plant, mineral, animal, everywhere to heal his wound. So when we are in pain, we look to everywhere. We can look to pharmaceutical drugs, illegal drugs, plant medicine, sex, love, movies, books, anything to escape or take us away from our pain. We can deny that we're in pain. We can ignore it. Oh no, that didn't hurt. That didn't hurt. I'm tough. I'm big. I'm a man, right? I'm a woman. I'm not going to let that bring me down. So, we can stuff this stuff down. Saturn rules suppression, discipline and control, where we control our responses. Yes, and we deny that we are in pain, or we deny that we are wounded, and we don't show it. We don't want anybody to see our weakness. Oh no. No, we've judged our pain as weakness. Yeah? And it's a liability. So we can try to hide it. So we numb it. We deny it. We hide it. We try to escape from it. Or we try to avoid situations. I've been betrayed by a lover. Okay? I'm never going to get hurt like that again. My heart has been broken. Only a fool would repeat something that has been so painful in my personal history, right? Well, this is not the path of Neptune. Neptune, okay, is the planet where the illusions that we have around love, sex, partnership, success, fulfillment, all these ideas were fed by parents and teachers and preachers and society and religions, and you go on and on. This is what it looks like to win. Yeah, you get the gold medal, right? You win the NFL, or this is the best, the highest, and so many people striving for apparent success. I want to be like that. I want to be like that. I want to be like that. That hero, that authority, that whoever. And these pedestals that we put movie stars on, or billionaires on, or parents on, or lovers on, they all crumble to ashes in Pisces. Pisces also rules garbage men and garbage heaps and sewage, refuse. This collective unconscious holds in it everything that we do not want to look at, that we do not want to process, that we do not want to feel. But that does not mean it does not exist. That does not mean that it's not real. It means that we are we're wearing blinders because it's too hard, or too much, or too difficult, or too painful. Well, this pathway of the north node of the moon going into Pisces to join with Neptune is letting go of illusions and surrendering to the truth of all that is. You realize how vulnerable that is? How much trust that takes? Putting down the armor, letting go of separation, that I am one with he who hits me. I am one with he who hurts me. I am one with the rock, the avalanche that falls on me. It's beyond ego. It's beyond understanding. We can only come to this place of the compassionate Buddha, of Christ consciousness, to heal this wound is to heal separation and to move into a state of consciousness where we feel. We may not see, and we may not know, and we may not be able to explain. Okay, this is all beyond that. This is not in the head. The head lives in separation. It's the mental realm. No, but we can feel one with all that is, through forgiveness, through compassion, through tenderness, through the open heart, through the feminine. So I want to read to you this Sabian symbol because it is super, super powerful. This is for the full moon coming up on Saturday, and it's conjunct Mars. Okay, and Mars is violence. Mars is war. Mars can be aggression, anger. Yeah, so when the moon comes around to Mars, this is passionate, our desires, really feeling our personal desires. But what does the Sabian symbol tell us? It is a woman and two men, castaways, on a small island of the South Seas. I mean, I thought this was just like so appropriate. There's even an island out there. And I don't think I would want to be cast away out here. Yeah? But let's read on. The keynote is the focalization of complex inner potentialities in harmonic and concrete relationships. That's a lot. Focusing of complex potentialities. Pisces is potential, infinite potential, right? Talk about complex. Pisces is the most complex sign of the zodiac. It's the totality of all the signs put together. This is a complex archetype. We are dealing here with a special phase of the process of integration. The woman and the two men represent the threefold aspect of human personality, particularly at this stage, when one of these aspects, the emotional life, the woman, is facing the possibility, if not the inevitability, of relating itself to both the spiritual and the mental. Two men. Remember, the male is the masculine. It's fire and air. I talked about it being the upper chakras last week, right? Or some video. And the feminine being these lower chakras, earth and water, the emotional and the physical body. So the feminine woman is this emotional life needing to relate to both the men, the masculine, the aspects of the spiritual and the mental. This confrontation occurs on a small island of the South Seas. The South always refers symbolically to the strong and passionate impulses of human nature. It's earth. East is fire, south is earth, west is water, north is air. I'm going to call in the directions in our ceremony, but we're focusing now on the South Seas, an island surrounded by water, the emotional body. This is so intense, man. Somehow, the threefold consciousness has to develop a harmonious and well-integrated modus vivendi, a specific way of life. If successful, this will release powerful energies and will lead to the next symbolic scene. As is most often the case here, we are introduced to a specific technique, or at least to a problem of technique in living. The three human beings should become integrated, but the form this integration will take seems left wide open. It has to be a concrete type of integration in terms of the emotional and biological drives of human nature. An island in the South Seas. And the field of integration is small. The key to the problem of relationship should be the realization, in capital letters, of interdependence. Interdependence. As much as we would like to be independent, and we don't want to be codependent, we need to find this technique of living that is interdependent, because we do need each other. This whole polarized creation is very binary. It is very masculine, feminine. We need the masculine and feminine. We need the sperm to fertilize the eggs, to procreate so our species continues. That's the bottom line of survival, which is very Taurus, right? Which is where the moon is right now as I'm speaking to you. The survival of our species. We need to find a way to survive. And it's interesting that the polarity is Scorpio, which is soul union, sexual intercourse, merging alchemically. So this is, the powerful, and the third quarter square moon is in Scorpio by the next time I see you. So this is just really calling on us. And here's where I come to the mantra, because this is the other part of Pisces that I like to think about, that I kind of dwell on a little bit, that I gravitate towards. And that is that Neptune in Pisces is love. The lower octave of Neptune is Venus. Beauty, harmony, grace, the gorgeous, the beautiful waves breaking on the beach, the powerful, powerful energy of the feminine. It is magnificent. It is inspiration. It is inspiring. It's what dreams are made of. It's what movies are made of. Neptune in Pisces rules Hollywood and movies that portray the collective unconscious and that create icons, yes, for images and archetypes, for people to explore and adore. and be inspired by, right? It's music and art and painting and color and landscapes and flowers and woo! Wow. Wow. So here we are in the midst of it all. The highs and the lows, the pain and the pleasure, right? The down and the up, the negative and the positive, the black and the white, the dark and the light. I mean, we want to embrace it all. And that is asking a lot. But what it is tenderness. I just feel this heart space calls for tenderness, for vulnerability, for a willingness to be vulnerable, with all of the fear and all of the pain that is possible, and all of the wounds of the past, and all the hurts that we've been through or could go through. In spite of that, we open, we accept, we open, and we share the beauty that is within us. This is the mantra for this week, right? I share the beauty that is within me. This is opening the heart. This is like, and it's really scary. A wave could come in and flood, right? Here I open my heart and I'm overwhelmed with how many hungry souls are out there, right? How many people need beauty and need love and are lonely and poor and destitute and angry and desolate. I mean, this planet is, it's not dangerous for nothing. It's because, yes, there is so much that we need to let go of in order to experience this future potential. So yes, and even that woman with 2 men, she could be violated, she could abuse, it could be a violent ending, a violent result. Or it could be a menage a trois. It could be a tantric experience of sacred union between the 3 of them that, that just goes beyond, imagination into, places of acceptance and openness and beauty and harmony. The future is undetermined. I always say there's like 80% fate and 20% free will. But that 20% free will can change the course of destiny. So yes, there is our past, there is entropy, there is, the momentum that, if the train has already started on a track, the timeline has already been set, but we have the ability, the consciousness, and the power to alter our destiny and to evolve to a new timeline, to experience a new reality, a new self-expression. So this is an opportunity. And like I've said in previous Pele reports and, the astrology of 2025, not everybody's going to do it. Not everybody's going to see it. Not everybody's going to take this opportunity. Yeah. The few, the proud, the chosen, however you want to look at it. But it's there for us. So I will strive to share with the world all the beauty I feel inside. not avoiding, escaping, or denying my pain, but letting it teach me how to fly. So let's get on to this other one. I forgot. Chiron is the wound that becomes our medicine. Our hurt and our pain, when we don't escape it, avoid it, deny it, numb it, smother it, ignore it, but research it and investigate it and delve into it to get to the root, to the cause, to the source of that pain, there is great wisdom. There are great teachings in every painful situation. If we can get over blame and get over judgment and see it as an unconscious soul setup, a teaching, we become the Chiron, the Christ consciousness, the greatest healer, mentor, teacher in all mythology. Ow! Whoa! And we share our wisdom, our medicine, our healing, so others don't need to feel or go down that path or that wormhole or that, they don't need to go there because we went there for them. We learned. And we know the way to heal our trauma. And we share that. That's our medicine. So everybody's got Chiron. Everybody is a teacher. Everybody is a medicine man or a medicine woman. And it is through your own life experience that that your pain teaches you to rise up, to fly, to ascend, to go beyond, to experience the higher vibration, the higher frequency of that very same archetype, of that very same reality. So, these are things we need to meditate on. The other thing that I said was all the beauty I feel inside me. It's not all the beauty that I have inside me. Not like, we just have this beauty inside. You have to open the heart to feel the beauty. You have to really own, like, that beauty has to be kind of integrated, kind of part of. I've got to feel it. It's not a possession that I can have. It's a part of me. We share a part of ourselves. And that's what is valuable. And that is our medicine. It's actually a part of ourselves. So we have to, and this is Pisces sacrifice, we have to be willing to give up, to give away a part of ourselves. And also then what? Receive and experience the interdependence. No one is an island. We are interdependent. Ow! Yeah, baby. Nobody has it all. It comes through sharing. That's what I say this whole age of Aquarius is about. Aquarius is about groups and community. Nobody gets there first. Nobody gets there first. We all get there together. Every teacher, healer, mentor, guru, Christ, Buddha, Allah, you name it, Mohammed, they become enlightened, and what do? They turn around and become servants and healers and doctors. They don't disappear and take off. No, because we all are going there together. Together. So I get on these rolls, man. Ow! Well, you get a break. You get a week off next week, man. I'm going to be in the jungle. Maybe you could, say some, do some ceremony for me. I'm going on a healing plant medicine journey. I'm going to sit in the jungle by myself and in a hut and connect with my beloved, with the medicine, with Mother, with Gaia, and have a rebirth experience here. So, one more time for this week's mantra, and I guess next week's mantra too. Yeah? I will strive to share with the world all the beauty I feel inside, not avoiding, escaping, or denying my pain, but letting it teach me how to fly. May you soar and fly to new heights like the eagle that rules the east, the sunrise. Namaste. Aloha. So much love. Hola, everybody. I'm back at the hotel after doing the Pele Report, and I forgot to mention that there is Bridging the Gap. While I'm out in the jungle, I've got Bella coming over to the New Paradigm School of Astrology on Sunday the 12th, and again on Sunday the 26th. First, she's going to talk about astrology and the gene keys, and then she's going to talk about astrology and human design. If you have ever been interested in the connection between these, Bella is absolutely phenomenal. There's a link down below if you just want to look at the explanation of everything that's going on. You're welcome to join us, join the school. We're opening it up to everybody, not just our school people. And I hope that you check it out, and I will see you later.